So yeah, this shirt was, it's Hocus Pocus. This is a Disney Halloween movie from the 90s. It's about these three witches from a couple hundred years back, right? They're able to retain their youth by sucking the souls out of children, okay? And so what happened in the movie in the beginning was they were about to suck the soul out of this little girl, and then her older brother came in and saved her. Well, tried to save her. They actually got her. And so what happened is the witches got mad, turned him into a cat, and then the witches ended up getting caught anyway, and the townspeople hung them. But before they hung them, the witches casted like this spell, and they're just like, you know, in, I don't know, 200 years or 100 years, someone's gonna light a candle in our house and we're coming back. They're like, you guys are fools. So what happens is, like 100 years later, or 200 years, I don't remember how, probably 200 years. Anyway, so then this family moves from California to Salem and the East Coast, where they had like the Salem witch trials. Yeah, so it's that area. And so this family moves over there, and it's Halloween. It's the teenager's first day of school, and so he finds a girl that he has a crush on, of course, in his class. And then he also gets picked on by like the town bullies. And then he gets home, he's like irritated, and then his parents are like, you have to take your little sister trick-or-treating. And he's like, no! And then what happens is, so he ends up taking her trick-or-treating, and it's somehow they end up trick-or-treating at the girl who he has a crush on at her house, and she's filthy rich apparently. They have a mansion, they're throwing this big old party, and they're like, crap, like, oh, you, and then she was just like, yeah, this is just my parents' party for business or whatever, but we can go out and we could just like go trick-or-treating, like how about I just hang out with you guys? So she tags along with him and his little sister. The three of them walk around, and she takes them to the witch's house, because they turned it into a museum. So she's like, yeah, my mom runs the museum, I have the keys, we can go have fun and see the museum. So they all go in and they look at the stuff, and then the guy's all like, he's reading like the spell that they cast, where there's a virgin who's supposed to light the candle, and that's going to, you know, the witches are going to come back. So he thought it would be funny to light the candle, the black flame candle. So he lights it, right? And he's just like, this is a piece of crap, nothing's working, whatever, let's go. And then they suddenly start hearing things, and magic starts happening, and then the witches appear. And then this whole thing is about them trying to kill the witches again, because now the witches are out trying to kill children. Okay. So the whole movie is just about them trying to not get eaten by the witches, and also to kill the witches again and not send them back to hell. And so in the end, they are able to send the witches back to hell. Yay, it's a good happy ending.
So this is Hocus Pocus.
It's Hocus Pocus.
It's a cartoon?
No, it's an actual, it's like a real life movie.
Oh, really?
Not like real life, like it's a true story.
Well, real actors.
But yeah, real actors. It's a live action movie.
I don't know why I've never seen it. Oh, it's a Disney movie.
It's a Disney movie, and it's from the 90s, but it's like a classic. So I grew up watching this movie, like this movie came out when I was like 4 or something, I think. 3 or 4, whatever. But when I was like maybe 6 years old or something, that was when I like understood the movie, and I thought it was really cool. I was really into it when I was 6, 7, and 8. And also, my group of friends at that particular school where I lived, I had this one friend who was also obsessed with that movie. His name was Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah. Okay, honestly, I feel like Brandon probably grew up to be this sassy gay guy. But that's a whole other story. Anyways, Brandon was mean. He was like a mean girl, but also he was obsessed with this movie. So was I. So every recess, me, him, and some other kids, we would always get together. We would play our characters, and we would act out the movie every recess. So he was always the Winifred, the leader witch, and he always made me be her.
Over her, though, right?
I don't know. I'm always like, why can't I at least be her,
Yeah.
the good-looking, the Sarah, or the good-looking one? And then he's like, no, this is who you are. That's how everyone saw me. Oddly enough, she's actually Arab. Like the actual
That's
Arab
probably why-
character.
that's why he
That's
picked
probably
her.
why he made me be her every time. And I don't know.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
He's a mean little character.
Yeah, he was mean. And he was, I swear this kid was, it was like you know those friendships where they're like your boss and they tell you what you're gonna do and what they like and you have to try to please them? That's the kind of friend he was. So he was always mad. He's always like, I don't like your parents. And I'd be like, look, this is what my mom made me wear. Like, just stop. Can we just play and be like, I'm not playing with you at recess because you're wearing those pants. And he would do that to me and I'd be like, no, why can't I just play? Who am I going to play with? I have no other
So
friends.
you've been doing this pants thing for
Sure.
a while.
So I've always had ugly pants. Long story short, to make my point.
It's hilarious. But
But yeah.
it just seemed like he spoke his mind.
He really
Sounds
did.
like he spoke.
I imagine him now, to this day, being like this sassy gay guy. Who knows, he could be trans.
Right.
He might be kind of a narcissist. He's probably, yeah, he might be something like, I don't know.
You ever
I wish I
wonder-
knew his last name. I wish I didn't forget his last name. So I could sometimes like
Not
you
that
want to
important.
know who they are. I
You're
always
gonna,
want to
you're
look
gonna go
people
looking for him
up.
on Facebook?
Yeah. Like these kids that used to become friends with, you were never, well, because you had the same friends since forever. See, I moved to a couple of different places in my childhood, and I did not always have the same friends. I might have the one best friend for like a couple of years, and then I get a new one. So sometimes, like, you look back and you have all these memories, and you're like, you know what? I really want to look them up and see who they are.
I get that. I've caught myself looking people up.
I've tried to look people up.
Say it again, because that
Yeah.
might pretty much muffle it.
I've tried to look certain kids up before that I knew when I was younger. Like there was this one friend after we moved to San Bernardino, like next door to Pappy and Kathy. I had my best friend back then was this one girl named Sherry Dominguez, and she was my best friend for 2 years that we lived in that house. So I've always been trying to look for her on Facebook. She never shows up, so I have no idea. Yeah, probably changed the last name. Whatever. She had a twin, and I can't even find her twin either. So I don't know about that. But yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing your
But yeah,
description and narration of Hocus Pocus.
That's where this shirt comes from. That's my favorite Halloween movie from my childhood. So that's why I have 2 Hocus Pocus shirts. And usually people see this and go, oh my god, I love your shirt. And you know who they,
They grew up watching.
you know they grew up watching it.
Hocus Pocus. I think my favorite horror movie as a kid was The Exorcist.
I've actually never seen it.
It's very dark.
Is it really?
So there's this possessed girl, and the family has tried different things to liberate her. When she gets into these crisis modes, it's very, very gnarly. Where she's thrashing things, she's screaming, she's physically hurting herself. So they call this guy, the exorcist, to come in and do this thing. I don't remember. There's been so many movies just like that. My mind is mixing them up now. But for one of them, the one that I can remember, the girl ends up haunting him. The whole movie is about the girl chasing the exorcist and trying to kill him, and then
The girl who's possessed.
yeah,
And she was going after the priest.
Yeah. And then eventually he ends up casting the demons away out of her, but he almost died.
Did she die or is she alive at the end?
I don't remember. But The Exorcist, as a kid, watching that movie as a kid, that was one of the most scariest movies.
How old were you when you saw
10, 7, 8, 9, 10.
it? Wow.
Kids.
Dang.
The Exorcist is not, it's been around for a while. It's like
It
a
has been, yeah.
movie from the 80s.
Yeah. I've always wanted to see it, but like I wasn't old enough. Yeah. I just think clips of it though. So I get it.
This is the perfect weather to be out here. It's not hot.
It is.
It's not cold. It's just nice.
This is what you want.
We're in